First time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs and my growing extended beautiful family, just thank you so much. Being able to know we can totally relate on, even though we're going through different situations and healing from certain circumstances, we're all changing and ascending in a beautiful way with our spiritual guidance. So that's truly a blessing. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light. And many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when your girl is about to upload her next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback of the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life and heading you towards a positive direction. Also, if you feel like the videos are very informative, uplifting, inspiring, or gives you good vibes, you would love to share with a loved one, family, or friend, or even a fellow empath going through trying times at the moment and they need spiritual guidance, or they need confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give me a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you so much for the love and support, and of the channel as well as me. It's truly a blessing, and I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the music I'm listening to in the background, if you can hear it, is really quiet and relaxing. It's called 8 Hours of Sleep Music, binaural beats, sleeping music with delta waves, relaxing music for sleep. And I will post that link in the description box below. And the video I'm doing today is Twin Flame 101. Heyoka's "You Grew into the Storm That You have been placed in." A lot of times we want to seek, seek, resistance. I mean, not seek resistance, but seeking peace. We a lot of times we pray, asking God, can you please just, heal my heart, give me the strength and the patience to, even though I don't understand the guidance you're sending me or the path that you're giving me, just give me that comfort and all this stuff, to deal with it. And a lot of times, I said this in my video the other day, but you might not have seen it or whatever. But a lot of times we try to understand why when we pray for certain people that we're dealing with in our life, or certain situations we're trying to bring towards our life, or the situations we are enduring in our life, why do things get hard, why does it seem like all hell breaks loose. And through that time, that's how God usually, God and humanity, I mean God and universe, usually teaches us through those hard times. A lot of times we want that strength to keep moving, keep pushing, finding that peace, that we're really desperately trying to find through the pain that we carry. And the storms, we're being placed in those storms to be able to, you know everything is coming to the surface on things that that has really hurt you to the core, has really messed you up, whether it was somebody cheating on you, whether you got beat on, whether it was somebody who verbally abused you, emotionally abused you. All those bad things are like coming to the surface. It's like, how, it's like if you're looking at a sink and you have to use liquid drain on and stuff, everything's getting clogged. Well, you have to be able to use a special vibration for you to really, come to terms with it. And a lot of times I used to ask myself, why when I pray for certain people, I'm constantly dealing with, you know, um, and they keep messing with me. They keep trying to, keep poking, trying to bring me a bone and stuff like that. And a lot of times those are how you are being strengthened through, those hardcore times, because he wants to allow you to know whether or not rocks is being thrown with you. You can be able to build a building on the milestones you're trying to reach to. And a lot of times those painful situations, the painful memories, and the trauma that you have carried, those are the things that's going to strengthen you in ways you weren't even you weren't even thinking about. A lot of times we feel like our prayers aren't being answered, but it's just not being answered in the ways you thought it was going to be. And a lot of times I see my situation and the things that I deal with, and I can even though I'm still healing from a lot of things, when I look at it as a positive viewpoint and focus on it as in that way, these situations has really uplifted me in a good way. It's strengthened me and has allowed me to be vocal, to let people know, even though you're going through different circumstances and there's a lot of things that you're still trying to find, peace in your heart, and the essence that you carry is going to happen. But those are the way it's going to, because a lot of times you have to be placed in a storm. A lot of times we feel like through life we constantly are being pulled back, things are getting snatched away from us left and right, because when universe wants you to, whatever your weakness is, they want you to be able to be balanced out all the way from the storms that you are being placed in. They know this storm, even though it's breaking you, but it's breaking you apart for you to be able to put yourself together through the strength you have come in contact with through your storm. This storm is not sent there to break you. A lot of times it's hard for us not to be able to see it as that, but is for you to break down everything that you've been molded out to be that you weren't. A lot of times, we had to be a certain way. We try to fit into a certain mold that we obviously weren't going to be fitting in. You weren't supposed to, but you had to go through those storms to be able to see your capabilities, what you can, how far you can go, what your capability is, what you're qualified to do, what you are urging yourself to do. Not sit up here and soak around, throwing yourself a pity party and trying to understand, oh God, I ain't gonna ever be able to heal from this. This is not what that is for. They don't want you to feel bad for yourself. Things has happened, but you don't want to soak into that. It's like it's not going to get you anywhere. It's not, you're going to be staying in a situation you're not even supposed to be in. um you're supposed to endure that. You're supposed to be able to know, it's not, you're not going to get over things overnight. And I've said that even with things I'm dealing with. I really try to see it in a positive way. That's the only way I can see it, to get healed from that. To understand, I had to be placed on certain things for me to be able to relate to so many different people's trauma, to know that, if I'm going to be sent here to be that service towards, all these different people that they want me to collect with my vibrations, the words that I speak, because there's a lot of people that you're in a tribe that you weren't even aware of, that you were already in, but you had to be guided towards those through the pain that you're dealing with, the things that you're trying to learn from on a deeper level about yourself, being acceptant to the, to the service that you're supposed to be partaking in your life, as well as the ones you're trying to reflect on. And it's just like when I really see my stuff, and I tell y'all, I be honest, I keep it real. I wasn't meaning to get emotional on my last video, but like I said, there's times they really make me want to talk about a lot of things, and sometimes I gotta look straight, because either I'm getting a download or they're like, no, you really need to be vocal, keep it real. Because there's a lot of times we sit here and fight with our own selves when it comes to our own personal demons, and we cry, and then we get out in the world and say, hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm okay. Knowing in your heart you're just crying and breaking, and they want me to be able to show that to you. And I'm like, do I have to do it like that? They're like, no. They want you to know, okay, sometimes I have bad days, sometimes I have sad days, sometimes I'll be like, I'm not trying to sit up here and be all serious and textbook. I want to be funny. I want to be able to do that. And there's ways I do that. I send positive, like I'm on my community page. Y'all be, they're like, Roslynn, okay, because there was one I just recently put, and I have a lot of people with Asian background. So I never want y'all to ever feel like I'm being disrespectful or racist. And that's not, I don't come for that. I don't do that. I love everybody. I don't see race or nationality. But it was one where it says, I got that, what is it, what I forgot what it was like the Chinese pain or whatever, and it's like ain't young no more, and stuff like that. But it was like, I didn't mean no harm, so I don't want nobody to take offense to that. But I always try to put funny things out there to lighten up your day. I want you to be able to laugh. I want you to be able to say, okay, even though I'm having a bad day, Rosalind's always putting something out that makes me feel good or makes me want to laugh. That's how I am, because I know, you know we carry heavy luggage of pain. We hold, you're trying so hard to raise the ladder of getting towards happiness, and really wanting to not feel the pain that you carry anymore. So those are the things I'm glad I can be able to do. Being Heyokas at the purest form, we shock our ways on, showing the truth and reality, and the words we speak and stuff like that. And I love being that way. I'm glad God made me that way. But it's just like when you're going through things, it's hard. It's not going to be easy. But then when I see, what I had to go through and the effect it's taken on other people, for them to be able to see what they're going through and understand why they're going through, I mean, then it allows me to see, when I look at it in that way, I'm healing, because a lot of times I tell God, I'm tired of going through this. I feel like I deserve answers. I need that peace of mind. I need that closure. And, I understand certain times you have to close chapters without getting explanations. But I said, I tell God, I keep it real with you. You already know if I'm lying. But, I really want to understand certain situations. Why can't I just get that comfort and closure? That's all I want. At times I used to get mad because it was like, I do what I do because I love what I do. I'm not doing it because I want to be, you know, finding the answers on what happened to my dad. But, I feel like I've earned that. I've deserved that. And it just feels like I have to jump monkey hoops just for me to get something like that. And I used to get really mad about that. And, I just try to understand everybody has a right to know their family. I can see if this is like something like, oh, I dreamed to be, in a situation like this. No, but I feel like I deserve to know my answers on what has happened. Why I can't be able to understand, why do I have to be distanced from myself? And a lot of times I get in my feelings. I ain't even gonna lie about it. But then, I have to be able to understand, if you want to be able to heal, you can't be angry about certain things like that. Not everything is not what it seems. And when, universe and God feels that I'm ready for what I'm asking for, it will be given to me, and it's just, I used to get mad. It's like every time I'm trying to help people, well, not every time, but there are some people I connect with and they see the truth in that situation and they try everything they can to block me from it. Why are you sending me towards these people that that's going to do that? And it's just like, it's allowing me to understand how some people are, through this experience has taught me a lot, when it comes to this. And I now is at that point where I don't wish anybody harm that has done that to me. That makes me no better than them. you know um they haven't got their life lessons as I have got mine. And I just pray for folks like that, when it's sad, where people I really, held dear to my heart, has through that speed bump in me and out at me, and I'm like, how dare you? How would you feel if somebody tried to keep you from your family and stuff like that? And how would you feel if I did that to you? Because I feel like you don't deserve happiness, all because you feel like my journey is more important than yours. No, I don't feel that way. You feel that way, but not me. But it was just so many things I've learned from this storm I've been placed in. Certain things I'll get in my feelings about, but then if I allow myself to look at it as in a positive perspective, it allowed me to be able to understand anybody who's coming into contact with me, of wanting them to find truth, want them to be able to understand why are they going through certain things that they're going through, why does things have to transpire in their lives like this, trying to understand why are they seeing so many dark times, why they feel like they're never going to heal, all these different things I can be able to relate to, and I can be able to help people. I'm like, well, then I understand, because it's like, how are you going to be able to help anybody if you never really went through something very dark? You never experienced that true trauma that has really messed you up in so many different ways. A lot of times you want to be able to help people, but you have to have that shock of experience in your life for you to be able to relate to so many different people's issues, so many different um, things we're trying to heal from. And then when I see that, even though I have my times where I'm angry, or there's days where I'm just crying my eyes out to the point I have really bad headaches, but then when I allow myself to, okay, I release that anger, I release that sadness, and it allows me to know, I'm comforted by the people that I miss most that are no longer here. God has gave me a gift to where I can still speak to them even though they're on the other side. But they're also gave me a gift to be able to help others on their time of need when they're, healing from losing a loved one. Being able to do that has really been a blessing to me. Being able to help people when they ask me, hey, is there something that I need to do? Because it was like different people ask me, Roslyn, do you see this, or do you understand why this is being presented to me? For me to be able to help that person. And a lot of times, Spirit speaks to me like, hey, I need you to write this down and tell them this. And it allows me to do that. So it's just like when I allow myself to really see my storm, on really seeing it what it is, it's like your storm is your salvation. Your storm is your comfort. And and it's hard at times. It's just all about how you see it for yourself, because that's going to be kind of like your sanctuary, for you to be able to understand when you have been shown the worst things and being faced with your worst fears in life that you have ran from, that you have suppressed from, that you ignored. When you looked away, it's making you face all those things, because once this is all said and done and they present you with blessings, they're going to say, you know what, they've earned that plus more, because I've made them face the most things that was, jacked up in so many different ways. And those things are going to be able to strengthen you. So don't get mad when you have prayed and asked them to help you strengthen yourself through these hard times, or you prayed for certain people and they have showed you their worst in life. There's so many people I prayed for, and it was just like, I used to get angry with God and asked him why, when I prayed for certain people, all they did is show me ugly, when all I did is, try to reflect love to them. That allowed me to really see them at their purest form. And it's like, don't take that personal, because that's how they reflect. When you have seen pain and you're not willing to want to heal from it, you can't make somebody heal from something that they're not ready to heal from. They had to go through their stages of lessons for them to be able to see their blessings on what you were trying to teach them. And you have to understand, people hurt people. It's just a lot of them have not received the lesson in life that you were to learn, because there's probably a time in life that you have hurt other people. You have said certain things that you can't take back, and then it'll allow you to see the havoc you have reaped on other people's lives. And you might not have did it intentional, or you might have been going through that stage in your life, is that's how you reacted. I've done that. I've said a lot of rude things towards people, and it's just like, dang, it made me really reflect on a lot of things, because it's like people that, I come into contact now that I've known for many years, and they see the things that I do. They're like, Roslynn, what happened to you? And I said, life did. Me facing my truth did. Me understanding what has happened to me and why I was this way, it really showed me. And it wasn't something pretty, but when I really see it for what it is, my trauma has strengthened me. It allowed me to see the strength that I had, that a lot of people that would have probably been in my shoes, it probably would have, acted on impulse, would have did something they would have later regretted. And I'm so blessed that I was protected from that, because oh my God, if I was the old Roslynn, oh my God, I wouldn't be here now. But when I really see it, I appreciate that, because it's allowing me to reflect this, the strength that I have and the power I have to be able to help other people through their pain and through their trauma. I try to say the best things that I possibly can. And it's not like I'm saying things to lie to make you see things in a different way, but being able to speak that truth, because a lot of times we have been in certain situations where people said, we're a waste of space, or nobody will love you, or you'll never be in a good situation, or you're never going to be better than what you are. You really heard some hurtful things towards you. That's why I always try to speak positivity towards people, allow them to feel that acknowledgement and say, hey, you have really changed for the better. It's getting better, but there are certain things we still are healing from, because there are a lot of things that'll be pushed in our way or brought to our attention, just to see, okay, is if we present this to you, are you going to feel a certain way, or are you going to allow to say, okay, this is life, this is past, or this doesn't affect me, doesn't hold that type of energy for me anymore, and I understand it. There are certain things that are presented about me when it comes to life, or when it comes to my dad or family and stuff like that, and I try to not take it personal, you know even though it's hard. But I take it one day at a time. You can't just get over stuff overnight. But when you're allowing yourself to be fair to yourself, don't beat yourself up trying to coulda, shoulda, woulda, missed up opportunities. That'll drive you crazy. Everything happened the way it was supposed to. You had to be able to experience things a certain way, but you also had to be able to reflect on that and just allow yourself to learn from certain things, being able to, when you see people that are just reflecting negativity towards you, distance yourself from folks like that, whether it's family. I don't talk to none of my family. When I do, it's just like if I cringe, I'm just going to cut you out of my life because there's a reason why I'm cringing, and it's just like anybody. I love my mom. My mom, even though she's passed away, um, my mom's ex-husband done connected with anybody I really felt that was close to me, just for him to have people turn on me. So I just said, I don't know who knows about my situation and who's trying to cater to it. So I'm just cutting all y'all off. I just don't have time. If it was meant for you to be in my life, you would be, but I don't see fit for you being in my life. And a lot of times when they found out the truth about me, they thought I was being better than them. I said no, but when I needed you to be there for me, like I was there for you, I got ignored, or you didn't want to believe it, or my mom's husband done got his ex-husband done got his devil horns and hooves into you. So he pushed out what he wanted you to see about me that he wanted to make sure, he kept secret. So, I'm gonna just allow y'all to sit with that, and be okay. But I don't need you in my life, you know what I'm saying? Um, Everything happens for a reason. But then when I really see my storm, and I know I'm healing from it, and I tell y'all the pain that I carry, I'm not going to even, lie about that. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm taking that day by day, because that's something I really, I can heal from it, but it's not going to be healed overnight, because that's some serious stuff. When you have to really be able to face that truth in his in his worst truth, when you're really seeing it for what it is, and see, you know, your mom's ex-husband, he didn't care about you. He benefited off of you. He used you as a pawn, and then tried to break you on top of that. So it was just like, but when I really see it, you broke me down, because the fact is, you see the strength that I carried, you see the love that I had, you envied the love that connection that me and my dad always had, that you tried to hide me from. We still connected in some kind of way. And it's just a blessing to be able to go through that. And I know better days are coming for me. I bank on that. I speak that into my existence. But then I can also say the storm that I've been placed in, I'm grateful I was in it, because then it allowed me to see the things that I wasn't able to see before, because I was so busy looking at the negative and not trying to see the positive within that storm. And that's why you're being placed in it. When you pray for strength and you pray for patience, you're going to have things that's going to test you to where you have no choice but to wait. And that will teach you patience. You have to understand, even though you're working hard for it, don't work hard for expecting something in return. You don't get blessed that way. They want you to do stuff that's given, that you're not wanting anything back. Anything that I want back is just to be able to know I don't put peace in your heart some kind of way. I don't brought, some kind of happiness towards you, to let you know that everything is going to be okay. We just have to go through these stages of healing. You being able to see things in its rawest form, no matter how bad it is, to be able to say, yes, this has happened to you, but this is not happening to you. It happened at you, but it's not happening to you. Don't take it personal when people have gone out their way to do things like that. That's what they were sent in your life for. But it's up to you about how you're going to look at it. How are you going to stay focused on it? When I see situations that I'm healing from, I have to allow myself to say, this is no longer taking effect in my life, because I'm going to cut these folks out of my life. And I allowed myself to take my power back. Because when things has happened to you, when you're looking at certain situations and you're putting your anger and your emotions and stuff like that, it's telling you right there, these are the things that you need to heal from, because you're allowing that to take effect in your life. You're giving it power when you're supposed to take the power back. These things can no longer affect you if you don't allow yourself to see it as that. These had to be the things that has happened to you, to break you down, to put you back together how you truly supposed to be in your truest form. These are the things that needed to happen in your life for you to be able to see the strength, the magic, the power, the strength, the wisdom that you've always carried. You just needed that shock of reality for you to be able to realize that. So Allow yourself to know that that storm is going to grow you in ways that is truly amazing and that you truly deserve. And then when you finally walk out of that storm, anything that comes into your life that is not positive, it will no longer be able to shake you. It will not be able to make you. And it won't be able to be something that you need to place your energy in, because you've been through the worst. You have seen the worst. You've endured the worst. But you're also walking away to be something better. So I hope that you were able to resonate with the content of that video. Let me know, if you resonate. It'll be truly a blessing for me to be able to hear your opinion, or whatever you need to say about that, long as it's positive. um, Subscribe if you haven't. Hit the notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload another video. Share, give me a thumbs up. It will be greatly appreciated. I would love to give a post notification shout out to Crystal Stone. Much love to you. And Shifumi Noma Yusuf. Much love to you as well. Welcome back. And Casey, much love to you as well. If you have anything that you need to talk to me about, what you want to talk to me about, but you don't feel comfortable with speaking on, it is only for networking, y'all, because I've been having people trying to hit me up, in the other way. But if you have any questions, concerned about, your life experiences and your life path, you don't feel comfortable speaking on it here, you can always get in touch with me on Facebook Messenger, not the page, but Messenger, and I'll help you out as best way as I can. But know you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved, and knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And I hope you had a blessed weekend and a beautiful holiday and a safe weekend as well. And make sure you give out love, light, prosperity, as well as positivity. You never know, your words and frequency and vibes can really take somebody a long way. And I'll see you on my next video. Much love to you. Peace. Be wild.